What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome to a Q&A where I delve my dirty secrets. Oh gosh, when I had braces, I used to have a lisp. Oh, don't bring that back, Ariel. It's time for a Q&A. I am so excited for this one because we got to over 2,600 subscribers, and I told one of my mods that, you know what, I'm gonna do it. As soon as we hit 2,600, we're gonna do this Q&A because there have been a lot of people that have been coming in that's new, and I'm just like, hi, how are ya? What's going on? I'm a Huggable Hipster. It's nice to see you guys. But yeah, what's going on, you guys? It is your Huggable Hipster. Welcome to this hot mess. So the first question comes from my friend Cody. Hi, Cody. How are you? She's also another YouTuber, and she's absolutely incredible. Go check her out. Her link is going to be right in the description below. She's absolutely amazing. She asks me, how did you start out? Like, what made you want to do this? What was your first step you took to get to this whole career in motion? So, a lot of self-doubt and a really bad breakup. It's a little more in depth than that. I was a senior in college at the time, and I really honestly just did not want to go into the psych field anymore because of how political it got. And it was bad. It got really bad. At that point, I had finished 6 years of schooling for psychology and was on a track to possibly be a drug and alcohol counselor. So for me, it was either do that, it was either basically do that and stay in Pennsylvania where I knew my shitty ex was, or go on and do better things and be with my parents and have a good life. And I chose the really good option. It turned out to be one of the best decisions I ever made. And I specifically remember myself sitting down one night about to get ready for one of my finals the next day. And I thought, God, I don't want to do this. That day, I called my parents, told them that I was moving back home because I just didn't want to be in Pennsylvania after graduation anymore. It was just, I had enough. So I was really, really just adamant on trying to make things work my way. And I'm really stubborn. And that worked out in my benefit. So what I did was that night, I was like, you know what? I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to do all this. And I had a YouTube channel at that point, but I wasn't really using it. I was only using it to watch other content creators. So what I did was I was, looking at inspiration, looking at different things that I could possibly cling on to as motivation for me to want to do it. And that's when I saw the video, Believe in Yourself, from Markiplier. This one, that thing. Yeah, the one that he posted. So that was when he had his shark fin haircut back in the day. So so that was the video that gave me the metaphorical kick in the ass. So Mark, at any point, if you ever watch this video and it goes viral enough to where you ever see it, thank you. Sincerely, thank you for making me, without you even knowing it, thank you for making me the YouTuber that I am today. He's a big inspiration of mine, and he's the reason why I do what I do. Also the fact that it was probably situation and timing and all the universe stuff and everything like that, but he had a really big part in me doing what I do today. So thank you for that question. I really appreciate it. We have a bunch more to go over. Thank you guys for participating in this Q&A. I really appreciate it. So this next question comes from Medea Art. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And they ask, what do you wish you had known at the beginning of your YouTube journey? And what tips would you suggest to someone interested in starting a gaming channel? Congrats on 2,600 subs. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so what do I wish I had known at the beginning of my YouTube journey? This is going to sound so bad, but how lonely it can be sometimes because you're doing content and you're doing all these different avenues and different things and different interests, and not too many people can relate with that. Unless you are another content creator, you cannot relate with content creation, creating videos on YouTube, be it that a hobby or your full-time gig. It's really something of where it comes down to, do you have enough passion and motivation to get through those lonely spots? And I did, because I'm not really that social of a person to begin with. I don't really trust people that much. So whenever it comes down to it, I trust a very few select people in my small social group. And slowly, as I got to know more people, as I got to make more friends, as I got to know other content creators, I had more and more people in my corner and vice versa. So it's become something absolutely incredible. So don't let any of the beginning things stop you. It's still going to, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, obviously. It's still going to get to, certain parts of where people can't relate to you. It's going to get to certain parts where you feel imposter syndrome. It's going to get to certain parts where you're just like, oh God, Do I deserve this? Do I this? Yes, you do. You do deserve it. Everything. The other part of the question was, what tips would you suggest for someone interested in starting a gaming channel? Find something niche and grasp onto it. If you're doing everyday videos like I am, or like some content creators are, find something unique within what's going on. So like my uniqueness is that I'll incorporate psychology into what I do. It's one of those things of where like finding a niche and finding something that is incredibly unique within the norm is very difficult. So pinpointing that and understanding that that is what you are up against as a gaming content creator, when literally anyone can film themselves reacting to a game, that will be very beneficial for you. The other thing I would highly suggest is don't get too caught up in the numbers until you start seeing traction. Like whenever you're just starting out, have fun, go with it, always have fun with it regardless, but don't really pay attention to the numbers and the watch time until you get to like your first 1,000 subscribers. Also, another thing I want to quickly suggest, if you're going to do this full time and you're going to have it as a job, treat it like your job. Treat it as something that you absolutely love and you want to do every single day, but give it the respect that a job deserves. I've treated this as a job from day one. There have been days where I've been more lazy with it than others, but you will never see me not give it my all or not give it my best, because that's what you have to do with this job. And it gets very demanding. I'm not going to lie. It gets very demanding, but the payout of seeing people's reaction or seeing a piece of your content come to life, that is by far the best, hands down the best. So I know that was a bit more of a long-winded answer than you might have wanted, but I hope that answers the question. The sixth question comes from John and Y, and he asked, have you heard the band Kangagogo? Kajagogo 1983. Lead singer left after the first album, went solo, and backup singer did lead vocals on album 2, which was such a great band music. Never heard of them. Thank you for the question, but no, never heard of them. What is my favorite cake? How much time do we have? Black Forest. Black Forest, hands down. And oddly enough, that was my parents' wedding cake. So it kind of makes sense in a way. I already knew when I was in the womb, hey, you know, I'm going to like this a lot. You are going to breed someone who absolutely loves desserts, pastries and cakes more so than, you know, sweet stuff like Nerds and Twizzlers and all that junk. But I love Dark Forest cake. It's so good. What is my favorite color? Anything in like the nude, neutral area. I love a good white aesthetic, as you guys can see by my by my computer, and as you guys can see by like the tour of my desk that I did. It just looks so clean and lovely. I really do like it. A good peach color is great too, but anything like white neutral, I really dig a lot. Next one comes from Cosmo Trance, and he asks, I'm curious of your creative process. Like, do you take notes while you're recording gameplay so you have it for the script? I'm curious if you have a faster way of doing game reviews. So when you're starting and doing game reviews, I think I covered this in my my game review video on like how I review games, like how to start out as a journalist. So yeah, I do take notes whenever I'm playing through a game and everything like that. I'll take notes on a separate sheet of paper, and I'll have that as notes for when I'm doing the actual article itself. Because in a sense, that is the outline, and it does make it easier for me to go about doing things. But yeah, when I'm doing the script, the article is the script. So I'm going off of what I publish as the article a lot of the time. Sometimes in the video, I will add things that I didn't have in the article to make the video pop a little bit more. But yeah, other than that, the script that I normally have is for the articles themselves. Other than that, the notes that I take during the gameplay are just like thoughts that I don't want to miss whenever I'm going to write the article itself. Next one comes from, hey, Xavier, thank you so much for the question, dude. What was the game or game franchise that has impacted you the most, be it for its narrative, story, gameplay, or simply because it changed the way you looked at games due to how impressive it was to you? Dark Souls, hands down. Hands down, paws down, feet down, everything down. The Dark Souls franchise, everything Soulsborne entirely. That Dark Souls 1 remake with the fight of Smough and Ornstein changed me as a gamer and showed me that I can be more than what I am. I know that sounds so grandiose and dramatic and over the top, but like, you know what, that's me. Okay, you guys should know this by now. It's one of those things of where like, I never experienced a game like Dark Souls before. And when I experienced that game for a time and I realized that the game wasn't like anything else I ever played. That's what made it amazing to me. Because at that point, I was getting burnt out from games and didn't want to do a lot of gaming, to be quite honest, because of how similar everything was. And Dark Souls revivified my passion for gaming as a whole. In particular, it was also the Artorias boss battle, because I never experienced a game quite like that, of where it throws literally everything at you all at once, and it expects you to understand the way the mechanics work instead of trying to find the easy way out. And you can do cheeses, you can do all this kind of stuff, but for the most part, it really is very demanding on the player. And I love it. I love that demanding sense of it now. Before I was like, oh God, are these bugs and this and that? But the bugs make it charming. You know, they kind of do. It's kind of like Fallout New Vegas. You just got it with the bugs. You just got to expect that it makes things a little more charming. But yeah, the story, the narrative, the way the gameplay is, the way just everything about the Soulsborne games, I love it. I love it so much. It changed who I am as a gamer. Next question is from Video Game Fury, and he asks, earliest video game memory. It's probably before Resident Evil 1 Remake, because that was the earliest memory I have of me playing a video game, but the earliest video game memory in general has to be my dad playing Pac-Man in the living room of my childhood home. And that was some of my fondest memories, because I remember he was showing me video games for the first time. I'm not too sure what the station was that he was playing Pac-Man on, but he was playing Pac-Man, and I was like, why are they eating those things? And I was like maybe like 7 or 8 years old at the time. So yeah, my earliest video game memory is seeing my dad play Pac-Man. Next question is from one of my best mods, Pete. How are you? Who is your video game crush? Oh gosh. Okay, so Bembe Alvarez from Far Cry 6. Yeah, him. Absolutely 100%. Have you guys seen that man? Also, his voice actor is pretty damn attractive too. Next question comes from Cuppa Joe, and he asks, lamest modern gaming trend other than the MTX loot boxes, those are a given, best thing about modern gaming versus gaming from the past. Okay, so lamest modern gaming trend. No, I got one. I don't care if I get a cease and desist from them. G Fuel. every single gamer out there, it's like, oh, hashtag bruh, let's G Fuel. Let's get the G Fuel. I use hashtag G Fuel. Let's get G Fuel. No, why is this a thing? Why are we suddenly promoting this company right now? No, come on. Why? I don't care if I get canceled over speaking about G Fuel. This is really that is a lame gaming trend, okay? That I need to see less of the G Fuel bros out here proclaiming that they're the shit. Best thing about modern gaming versus gaming from the past. Best thing about modern gaming is the way in which we get to see things happen in real time. So when you see people's footage being captured for, mocap and everything, and you get to see it in real time being edited into the computer and into the footage, I think that is wildly amazing. That is so incredible. I absolutely love that. And the best thing versus gaming from the past, I think the simplicity of gaming from, back in the 90s was really cool. You didn't have this whole thing of multiplayer. I'm not a big multiplayer person. So whenever I see games that are heavily reliant on it, it kind of is a big deterrent for me. Because I come from, of just playing video games on my own, Zelda and the Wind Waker, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1 Remake. Those weren't multiplayer games, and I loved it for that. I was such a homebody solo kid when I was younger. So it was one of those things where, like, I don't know, I think the best thing from gaming in the past is the fact that there was not multiplayer, as heavy as it is now. And next question is from Danomac. Hey dude, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. Which video are you the most proud of as of this tweet? Oh, the video that comes to mind is my review of Detroit Become Human. I put so much work into that. I actually sent that as my video submission for the Streamy Awards this year, and I'm so incredibly proud of that video. I'll link it at the end of this video. It's it was the turning point for me in my channel of when I really knew how I wanted to film and edit my content, because you guys will see a very big difference between that review and the reviews that I did previously. Because that review, I worked my ass off on that one. That's probably my proudest video I have ever created. And you know, there will be other videos that I'm really proud of, but for right now, that's my proud mom moment. And our last question comes from Trey Slayton. What's going on, dude? I hope you're doing well. And he asks, if you could only play one game for a year, stranded on an island, what game would you pick? Bloodborne. Do I even need to explain myself with that one? No, Bloodborne, hands down. There's so many different new game pluses you can do. There's so many, different modifications you can do with that game. Just, online co-op, everything. It's like, do I even need to justify a reasoning with that? Yeah, Bloodborne, hands down, Bloodborne. But you guys, that was it for the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a fun one to do, considering the fact that I think I haven't done a Q&A in a hot minute. I know when we got to 2,300 subscribers or something, we did a Q&A, but that was a little bit ago. So for everyone new who has subscribed, really from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for subscribing. It really means a lot. I think by this year we might be able to get to 3K. I'm not sure, but I'm really excited to see what happens. I'm so incredibly excited for the future of this channel and to see what happens now that I post literally every single day. So I love it. I'm just so excited. Tomorrow you guys are going to be getting my boss fight with Martyr Ligarius and some perusing of the Vile Bloods and everything like that. It was wild. It's wild. But you guys, if y'all like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube. And with that being said, stay casually nerdy. I will see you all in the next video. Cheers, you guys.